Hi, and welcome to the final review of the finals. What a fantastic game it was. India clinching it, and South Africa, very disappointing for them indeed, but it's been a fantastic World Cup for them. Two undefeated teams playing in the finals is unheard of. One team continued its undefeated ways, and that happened to be India. Let's go back. June 1st, when the World Cup started in America, USA, I'm sure, was one team that nobody thought will come into the Super 8s. Afghanistan made a fantastic entry into the Super 8s. The unexpected teams that went out, New Zealand and Pakistan. But that's how the game flows. The ups and downs and lesser teams coming up, the bigger teams going down, the world of sport getting globalized, the world of cricket getting globalized is what this entire World Cup has been all about. Out of the world was the theme of the World Cup, and cricket was indeed out of the world. Some pitches that didn't offer too many runs and tested the bowlers. Some pitches that worked in favor of the batters made the bowlers sweat hard. But the finals was perfect. It was equally matched. There was not even a single minute where either of these teams could have felt that they were through. The last over that needed 16 runs with the David Miller over that needed a spectacular catch of Surya Kumar Yadav to get him out. What if that catch hadn't been taken? What if it was a six? What would the result have been? Would it have been different? We don't know. But for now, India celebrates. Rohit Sharma celebrates. Virat Kohli celebrates. And most importantly, their coach Rahul Dravid celebrates. The perfect swan song for a Rahul Dravid, who said it would be the end of his journey as a coach with the Indian team. And he ended it on a perfect note. Barbados, 2007. He left with his head hanging low. And today he walks out with his head held high. Nobody will ever be able to comprehend what he went through. And certain emotions that he showed yesterday was testimony to the fact how much this win meant to him and to this Indian team. Let's look at South Africa. South Africa jinxed, chokers. This is all the name that they carried all this while. Coming to the finals was one step closer to them winning it. It seemed until the very last over that the cup was in their hands, and yet it slipped. But there is solace for them. They played a brand of cricket that has become synonymous with them. The kinds of Claessen's kind of an innings or a Peacock, the way he played, Stubbs, the confidence, the belligerence with which they showed their guts and the ability with which they can perform was fantastic. Rabada, the kind of pace that he offered, Nortje, the spells that he bowled, Shamsi, the wickets that he produced at the right moments up until yesterday is and will always be remembered for the generations that are going to play for South Africa and represent them and make them proud once again. Coming to India, they also had a lot of baggage that they were carrying. Their captain, Rohit Sharma, and vice captain Hardik Pandya were coming at the back of a very, very ordinary IPL. Mumbai Indians weren't the team that they were 2 years back. It hurts them, I'm sure. But they had to put it past them and make sure that they were doing everything right by their country. Virat Kohli came from a fantastic IPL, and nobody thought his run of poor form would be so ordinary. But the finals, where it mattered, he put his head down. He scored the runs that he did, the most he has in this tournament, and what a time to get it. A player who prides himself on always giving his best, I'm sure was so unhappy with the way he was playing up until now. He couldn't reveal the sort of emotions that he was also going through, the tremendous pressure that he felt. But it's at the big moments that players like a Virat Kohli come through and shine and show us why they are who they are. He's been an inspiration for so long now, and he will always continue to be. I always have this comparison with school and players. There are these front benchers and the back benchers. Yep. So you have the front benchers, the studious kind, are the ones who are expected to do well in a Bumrah, in a Virat Kohli, in a Rohit Sharma. And then you have these back benchers who will do well when they're expected to, when the time is right, like a Surya Kumar Yadav, like a Hardik Pandya, like Ravindra Jadeja. But then there are these middle benchers who are there constantly doing well. They don't come to the limelight. They don't shine as well as the front benchers, or not as popular as the back benchers for the fun that they have. And yet, at the end of the day, they are the most important cogs in a classroom. And that's where an Akshar Patel and a Kuldeep Yadav, in my opinion, have been fantastic, along with an Arshdeep. The biggest growth that I saw was in Arshdeep as a lead bowler for India, and in Akshar Patel, who seemed to be the go-to person in the biggest of matches against Pakistan and yesterday against South Africa in the finals. When he came in and played the first flick shot off his pads, there was so much confidence that he brought into the Indian dressing room. Mehuna was the feeling that he gave. And up until that run out, which was a brilliance from Quinton de Kock, quite honestly, it looked like he was the better player and not Virat Kohli. And then when he had the ball in hand, despite conceding runs, he persisted and got Stubbs out. Unrelenting in his ways, constantly there, but always in the background, along with his Kuldeep and Arshdeep. That was how the Indian classroom looked with the headmaster in Rahul Dravid. There is also a little bit of banter that's going around about how there always has to be a Mallu to ensure that India wins the World Cup. 1983, Sunil Walson, who was the only player who didn't play, had his roots with Kerala. His parents were Malayalis. Srishant, the catch in 2007, Srishant, the bowler in 2011, and Sanju Samson were all part of the squad. All of their names also, funnily, starts with S. So this is also something that's actually making the rounds. It's claiming a lot of hits on the social media. So maybe there is a Mallu connection to this whole win. What a proud moment it was yesterday for every Indian fan across the globe to see Rohit Sharma come and pick up that World Cup. If Lionel Messi walked in a certain way and popularized it, our very dear Rohit Sharma walked in another way, and I'm sure that walk is going to be popularized in whatever small tournaments that are being played across schools, across colleges. And that's how India will celebrate Rohit Sharma. For me, I celebrate Rohit Sharma for the poise, control, and the dignity with which he's carried himself. So many controversies, so much of drama. The Indian audience is very demanding, not easy to please. But he managed to silence every single critic. And he stood up for his team and his players every single time. And that's the mark for true captain. So congratulations, India, for the 4th star on your jersey. It matters, and it matters a lot. Now it's time for the focus to shift to the Indian women who play their World Cup in Bangladesh in October. We also have a couple of S's, Malayalis from Kerala, Sajana and Shobana Asha. We'll just shift the S in the front now. who could bring the World Cup home for the first time. And the way that they are playing at the moment, they look like a squad that's marching towards that World Cup. So here's wishing the Indian women the very best of luck. You do not follow the same path as the men. You're creating your own chapters, you're creating your own paths. So go on, create your own path. History beckons you guys as well. All the best to all the players. See you soon.